I know people do not like Disney, and trust me, I get frustrated with these goofy gobblers as well because they are a company that doesn't treat their workers with enough liberty. They make more content than a cloud makes rain, and they are heavily reliant on their legacy movies to ensure success. But for me, and I'm sure many of you guys as well, we grew up on Disney. Like, I love this studio from the moment I saw Imagination Movers all the way to Poor Things. And recently, they just released a trailer for the new Lion King movie named Mufasa, the Lion King. And I tried to do as much research as I could to get a better idea of what this movie is about and who is behind this. And I believe I can make a decent case for why this movie can be good and bring back that magic that once was in the Magical Kingdom. Because that was one of the first things I thought of when I saw this trailer. It looked magical, it seemed fun, the music was eruptive and strong, and the best part, the characters looked like they had more emotion than a plank of wood for once. Because the big piece of criticism that was beaten to death in the original Lion King was that the CGI was so photorealistic that the animals didn't even have emotion in them. But when watching the Mufasa trailer, I had a gut feeling that I knew what these characters were feeling despite them not talking. So I went back to watch the Lion King trailer, and I could confidently say that they improved heavily upon the emotion based off comparing the two trailers. And another thing I want to talk about is the story, because another issue people had with the narrative of the last Lion King was that it was just a beat for beat copy of the original, and it did not change anything at all. But Mufasa is different because this is not a direct adaptation of any of the animated Lion King movies. Instead, it just follows Simba and Nala raising their children, and the movie goes back and forth from the present day where we follow Simba, and then it goes into the past where we get an in-depth origin of Mufasa. Now that sounds good to me because guess what? The Godfather Part 2 had a very similar narrative structure to that of what Mufasa is going to do. And Godfather 2 is one of the best films of all time, so I feel reassured. But look, I know some of you blueberries are probably rolling your eyes at me whilst I'm trying to defend this trailer, because nobody asked for another Lion King movie, let alone this. And I understand what you guys are saying. I also wish they didn't cash in on nostalgia. I also wish that they went back to 2D animation, and I also wish that they just made a Scar movie instead. But the thing is that so many other creators are going to bash this movie like I bash my pillows, and I don't want to feed into that. I want to shine at least an ounce of Smurf's nose hair of positivity into this movie, despite all the hollygaggle that this movie is getting. And hopefully you guys can respect that. Besides, this film is being directed by Barry Jenkins, who is the same director who made the Oscar-winning movie Moonlight, which is arguably one of the best movies of the 2010s. And he even said that directing Mufasa Lion King was one of the best decisions of his life. But overall, like, come on guys, have some hope. Don't hop into this septic tank of hate this early, okay? This movie definitely has some potential. But yeah, that's it.